Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I wanted to do another T on Strong just because I got yeah, I think the last video that I made on Bitcoin, the first comment was about Strong and where I thought that it was going. As of right now, we are hitting trend, right? So the whatever we have right now that can be trend, we are on it, right? Essentially around this 180, 170-ish level. We already dipped a little bit under that back last week when we hit lows of 154.54, right? Personally, I'm getting kind of bullish. I was very bearish for a while. I told you guys, I'm like, you know what? I think like for a while I was saying I had a target of 244, which hit. And then in my Patreon chat, I don't think I made a video for a while. I actually did say that I thought it was going down to around 200 bucks. I did not think that we were actually going down to trend and hitting 150 though. I did not actually think that we were going to break this 200 level. We actually did. And we are on trend right now, right? I'm short term, I'm bearish, right? We're actually gonna be closing maybe soon, which kind of sucks. A relatively bearish, we're gonna be closing a bearish day, and we're still technically on the oversold side down here, which is not good at all. You know, last time we actually closed like this, you actually ran, well, not ran, but you actually lost. You went from 253 down to lows of 70-ish. Let me see, lows of what, 177. So you lost roughly $80 in this VC drop on the daily, right? Which is definitely not something that we're looking for. And it seems like we're around that same area as well. And maybe in the next, I don't know, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe in the next couple of days, you might see another $80 drop. So having us be at 180, you know, there's a slight chance that we might come back down to $100. I'll be completely honest, right? If we come back to $100, I'm probably gonna buy a couple more notes. I'll be completely honest, right? I like the project. I still think Strong is very valuable, especially the tier 1 nodes, right? I think the tier 1 nodes are going to be absolutely solid, especially after the developers came out and said that, you know, the tier 1 nodes are going to stay capped at what they are. They're not going to be they're not going to start what is it called? They're not going to start tapering the tier 1 nodes. It's only the nodes after give me a second. All right, there we go. So after, you know, what would be considered in the strong chain tier 2 nodes, I think, which are going to be paid out in stronger token, I think those are actually going to be tapered along the lines of basically what the Polygon nodes do now, which is what they pay off a lot in the beginning, and they slowly taper, and then they get capped at a certain amount, right? I don't own any Polygon nodes, so I wouldn't know what the actual cap is or what the taper is like. And I'm not planning to own any. You know, if Phantom nodes are released, I do kind of like Phantom a little bit, so I might buy maybe 1 or 2, or actually just 1 to see how it is, and provide a, you know, transaction verification for the Phantom nodes. But as far as tier 1, I think tier 1 nodes are going to be gold. They're not going to be capped. They're going to still pay out in strong, and I think it's going to be fantastic. As far as TA though, I do see a possibility of Strong continuing its downtrend and possibly going down to $100. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not gonna know until this bear trigger hits, maybe in the next 4 or 5 days or so. So within a week, unless you have a major dump in the overall, you know, cryptocurrency market, right? Like if you have Bitcoin dump like another 10-15%, you're probably going to see Strong go down hard. But the only thing that right now that I'm waiting for is for this week to close bullish, right? That's really it. The only thing that I'm waiting for is for the week to close bullish. I want to see what happens there. If you close bullish on the week and nothing happens, right? If you close bullish on the week and all you're doing is just like trading sideways, like right here, and you don't jump up like what happened last time, right? Last time you closed bullish on Strong, you essentially went from lows of 374 to highs of like 740. Right? And this is a perfect entry, right? This was a perfect entry. You're probably going to have it again. You're technically very oversold on the weekly. But again, if we do not run up hard like this, then it's going to be very, very, very difficult for strong to recover. And I'll be completely honest, right? I don't like saying this, but it's what the TA shows. If you see strong run up and it doesn't break this trend right here, right? Let's say it runs up and it hits maybe like 320-ish or something, right? But you don't break trend. It's an extremely huge problem for strong. That means that there's a very high chance that it'll keep dropping. It's not what I want at all. It's just what the TA shows. And on average, this last drop was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before you had a recovery. So now we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, we're in the eighth. We're in the 8th week of a bear trend right now, which is also which I also hate, because that means we're actually extending this drop here by an extra week, and possibly not even an extra week, possibly by an extra 2 weeks or so. So until we actually close, until we actually close a bull trigger on the weekly, I have to stay bearish on strong. And as of now, I don't want trend to break, but it does look like there's a really strong chance that within a week or so, you might have another VC on the daily, and we might see a drop to about $100, which is not good. But again, the only way that I'm bullish on strong right now, as far as TA, I mean, I'm bullish on the whole project overall, but as far as price, the only way I'm bullish is that we close a bullish week sometime in the next, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere along that line. And then I think there's a possibility, and I think my target would possibly be back here on trend. I don't know, something like maybe like between like $300 and like 280 or something. That would probably be my target, like a month out, like month or 2 months out, after we close the week bullish. And then after that, if we do end up breaking trend, then I actually think we'll run up to 690, and that would probably be my target, which was the previous high on our last previous resistance, like our major resistance on our previous run that we did back on January. So as of right now, short-term bearish. Unfortunately, I do think there's a chance that we can drop down to $100. I think it can happen within the next week or so, within the next week, 7 days probably. If crypto ends up rallying extremely hard and Bitcoin starts recovering a lot, then I think that strong will follow it. But I don't know. I'm just waiting for the weekly to close bullish. After that, we'll see what happens. But as of right now, unfortunately, yes, I am bearish on strong. I do think there's a very strong chance that it's going down to about $100. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.